Hello, this for a change is a Russ Goselin D-Day group build update featuring your tree bore mints because they are indeed that minty bit stronger. So what we're going to do, or what I have been doing, is my little pot of bits and bobs. I get them ready, so I need to find out if these wheels are sided or not. So that's what I need to work out and establish. They, I think, can only go one way. I'm pretty sure of that. So we will see, because I forgot to mark them. I suppose the best way is to have a quick look. At the undercarriage. Right, D20, no, see. Flaps will be fine. It says make 2 on them. It doesn't say they're sided, so that's good. They go either way. So I don't know if you can see, but I have there. I have had a few days. This is the 3rd day on it. I've done the copper this morning. I was going to do the alclad, but I never ordered any alclad copper, which I think would have looked somewhat better. But I'll show you a closer look in a moment. So I'm going to put these in. There's a few little bits of detail painting to do. I need to do the tyre on the rear wheel. It's painted, but just need to do the grey for the rubber. Just trying to think of a way to have this upside down, so I can put them in. I suppose another way of doing it would be do the clear coat, then do the wash or weathering while they're off. But I've got this far. I want to do them on. I just need to. I need her upside down. So let's just get that out of the way. I could have done all this first, couldn't I? But in my eyes, this makes part of the video, doesn't it? It's all part of it. It's all part of it. So if I can lay that gently upside down like that. That's super duper. Can we see what we're doing? Yes, we can. How are we doing for time? Oh, plenty of it. Is it focused? It is now. Or if it was, it isn't now. Like they. Drop very tightly in there. That is something I didn't do, because I didn't mask the insides of them bays off. They're a little bit body colour, not okay. airplane, the stubborn monkeys. What we'll do, we'll just take them edges off a little bit, like so, because I'm hoping I'll get these done, or this one and the Apache and the Stuart done before the end of the month, which will be all good stuff. So yeah, it's all coming out quite well so far. I've noticed a couple of little bits that could have been better, but what I've done so far I'm happy with. If you're wondering if I look a bit tatty, it's because I've got my tatty clobber on today. Not actually, you can't see it, that's what I mean. Holes in your sleeves and God knows what else. And just so you can hook your propeller blades up in them and pull your arm away and pull the airplane off the bench. Not that we want that to happen. So yeah. What I'll do, if I remember at the end of this video, I've rearranged my shelf a little bit. Why doesn't that go down in there? That has got to go all the way down in. Like so. Yeah, I like that. What we've got to do now is get it back out. I reckon I've a dollop of glue on there. I'm going to use the old thick gloopy glue for this one to get a nice bond. Like that. Make sure that's the right one. Need to pick that up for a moment. Get that down in there. Alright. I think I've just established a way of chips. Dear oh dear. Alright, that's that one. Yeah, I was well, what I was just about to say has just gone straight out my head, so we won't worry about that one. Are we in focus? Yeah. Yeah, so what was I saying? I don't know. My shelf up there, the top, the higher one, or the new one, has now got my upcoming builds on them, but like I said, I'll show you them towards the end. All I'm doing this one, or for the film anyway, I think is put these in and the doors or flaps, undercarriage flaps, whatever you call them, I don't know. Then they can dry. I'll do a bit of hand painting. Which would be the propeller things, the props on the torpedo, the rocket pods, although they're not going to go on till last thing, because I was going to paint the black stripes on, but it was getting too involved with masking, and all I've done this weekend on this build is masking. Lots of masking, lots of painting, but I think she's turned out good so far anyway. And I did say before, I'm only doing a couple more group builds this year, which is Cohen's and Ian's, but I seem to have jumped into a couple more now, so all the more reason to get these finished. So I can get with the others. They are, obviously you know, Cohen's, Kursk, which I'm actually, on Cohen's one, I'm looking at some figures to go with the tiger. Just to make a bit more effort. Make sure there's no glue on that finger. Then there's going to be another one of Freddy's, which is the Pacific Theatre. And I'm going to be entering my Indianapolis into that one, but I did message him yesterday and did mention I probably won't get it done in time, but we shall see. Because something I've noticed with me, and a lot of you might have done, is I'm not that quick. Yeah. But they go in there, that's right, but it seems to me, what are we running at, 13 already, it seems to me when it gets towards the end of the group build, I seem to get my finger out. Now I've got to try and do this so you can see what I'm doing. So you never know. Freddy's group build, or doing the ship. Excuse me. There's a bit of pressure on. I might sort of get it finished by December. You never know. This is what I hate. Where glue goes, I normally try and keep the paint away from it by putting blue tack in or masking the whole off. But you always get a bit that goes in. I think she's in there. She's in there now. See how this one fits on. Sorry, I shouldn't have put the props on until I've done these, I don't think, because getting that way a little bit. But the trouble is, because they're just pushing to poly caps, they're a bit tight coming out, and I do not want to break them. So until they get drastically in the way, they will have to stay put. I've got one. You have to excuse my hand for a minute. Good. She's in there. Move it over. Let's get this one in, shall we? Somehow, that'll be that one. I suppose a good thing with Tamiya as well, you got to dry fit things. I think it all lines up, doesn't it? Which is all good stuff. You go there, don't make any mess of you. That one. You shimmy down there. Now, I did pre-shade all the underneath of this. I pre-shaded the whole thing, and then in the panel lines had a coat of colour, because this sky underneath covered so well. I only give it the one coat in between the, the pre-shading, and then I thought the paint looked a bit thick, so I thinned it a bit more, and it had two across the whole lot, and you can still see it, especially when the sun shines on it, but I think it's overdone it. Whereas the top side, the grey, which in the end I used Humbrol, that had two coats in between the pre-shading lines, and then three coats all over. And it still wasn't covering. So the Tamiya paint seemed to cover a lot better. But I was going to use, can't get in there, you sod. Oh, I'll see. Sorry, just concentrating. Let's put them there for a minute, let them dry. Nice and gentle does it. Yeah, what I was going to use, let me show you, the model colour, dark sea grey, but I used the Tamiya X20A, and I don't know if you can really see it well, but I tipped it out in the end on the saucer because it had gone really sort of crazy, so I'm not sure. This is acrylic, so I would have thought you put acrylic thinners with it, but I didn't like the way it sort of reacted with the thinners. So plus also it looked too light. It was almost the same colour as the primer, although it dries darker, but I'd gone too far. I didn't want to risk. I did not want to risk move that over. Didn't want to risk ruining what I've done so far, because so far this is, or to me, it's turning out to be quite a nice tidy build. And then I'm going to do the weathering and whatnot, but I have to make do with the stuff I've got. What time are we at? 20 minutes already, bloody hell. Yeah, so once I've done the weathering and whatnot, she should look good. So in a minute, off film, I'm going to do this tyre. If we can see that very clearly or not. So I'll be doing that shortly. And on here you've got the little, are you going to focus? Monkey? Focus? Focus. Like that. You got it for a brief second. Focused. Got to do that gold leaf, which I haven't got. But I've got the chrome silver, the old Humbrol chrome silver. I'll put a bit of brown with that or something to make it look gold leafish. And I've got to put that other fin on, then that can go on after I've brush painted the legs. Then the little pods, and then it should be ready for clear. The old pledge clear. Right, let me just turn that up for a moment. See how well that goes. So I'm sure that'd be alright sitting there for a moment. Like so. Or maybe not. That way. I don't know. Yeah, it's level. That's good. Right, I'm going to take you off here without losing you. I hope. Actually, well, I remember, I'll just hit, this is my camera stand, clamp my flappy bit, that flat in the reflection, look, that flappy bit, to that, sit the phone on the block of wood, which is all removable, like so. That all goes down, there's my clamp. But anyway, right, so there's the top side of the, I think she looks lovely, but you can't get the light to see the engines. It is green inside there as well, but all looking good, I think, so far. So, but anyway, what was I going to say? Later on, this is going to have a coat of, but I'll get it pre-shaded first, see how it goes. And then we've got Cohen's Tiger for his group build. I'm going to be doing that for Freddie's Pacific Theatre. But once one of these are finished, which will be the bow for it, the way we're going, I'll be doing the SAS Land Rover. That's going to be fun, because that's going to be lots of photo etch practice. And that's it. Oh, you've got the Stuart hiding behind there. That's nearly done, so hopefully those two and this one are all going to get done more or less at the same time, I hope. So that was a 25 odd minute video. I hope you're having fun. I'll just show my face. Hello. Put some light on it. oh, that's something yesterday, about 10 to 7 last night. Thick cloud, a bit of blue sky, but there's a lot of low cloud. Then this, I wish I was filming, because I heard this aeroplane went over, thought, oh, it's a Spitfire. So I darted out the window, and there was a hurricane. So somewhere over there, Bibra way, which is only about less than a mile, it was doing some kind of a really low display. So I did try filming it, but on this camera it was micro dot, and all you could hear was wind. So that was a waste of time. But anyway, that was interesting. It gave me goosebumps. But anyway, I'm going to carry on doing little bits of painting. And I've just seen something else I haven't done, which is the shock absorbers on the front suspension there, on the front undercarriage. So that needs doing as well. So yeah, I'm going to carry on. I'll let you go. And until the next time, which could be a either the Stuart or the Apache update, I shall see you again. Okay, ta-ra.